heavy-duty help, so please take a seat in the audience. Level 7, your choice. Thank you. It must be big. Well, I began all this. I look out to what goes on here, and because we're always trying to remind ourselves, all of humanity is trying to remind themselves. I've been looking at this show that's been going on on TV, and I'm looking at this, and I can't hardly watch it. I just get a snippet or an ad comes on about it, and I turn it off, and it's so ugly. And it's all about these creatures that are called zombies. They get a virus. They get sick and act oddly. You see, even in the arts, people are trying to remind themselves. Everywhere, everyone's trying to remind themselves. We left so many clues for ourselves as we knew we were devolving, I guess is the word, and we were getting into a density position. I'm the one who collected you all and brought you in. I'm the leader of the second wave. Some people can't find their family coming in because their family all came. We didn't just come in as troops. We came in with families and fanfare. We came in together. We were in love. We loved each other. We were wonderful. We were free agents, and we never lost touch, and we were immortals, and we could visit each other anytime, really, through thought. When we came in, don't really know what set it off. I've had a bit of information on that, and I've seen it in the archetype. Very odd and strange colorations, more like our fission issue with our atomic bombs and versus our fusion, and we're still doing it. And so something got wrong in the mix, and it was beautiful. And it is still. I've seen it peel back. I've actually seen the truth that we have a layer on top. And we are layered. And this is all the nature of aging and all of this. And the more you train in energetics, the more you'll find out about that. I've been known by many names. I uncovered the archangel position of Raphael and realized that I was moving into another rank when the call came. And I was being honored, and then I was asked to go. I was considered their best bet, and I collected. I don't think you understand the epic level of the fall. Just as you understood in level 3, as you came off the fabric and you then went into level 4, you started to realize there was more to this reality than you had initially perhaps considered. Even though you knew it, in a way, because I teach you as if you already know everything. And Raphael was my angelic name. We call ourselves angels because compared to what we have become, we were. And we left the clues as we could. I remember awakening in various positions at times, and when we were descending, we were like gods to some of the beings that had already hit the bottom. And so we were clawing, trying to stay up, and we were clawing our way in, and we were bickering, and we couldn't get along, and things didn't work right. And we fell to manipulation, and we moved our people around like pawns, and I think we're still doing that. It's called war. I was Mars for a while, god of agriculture, become god of war. When I first came in, I knew we were getting sick, and there were a few of us that we wouldn't give way, and the way the sickness affected me was rages, and I would rage until I could get well again. I would rage to get the virus off me enough to get well, to be able to make a decision, and where there was just so few of us, and we were getting down to a handful, and just a very few trusted people that I could give the command to close the gates, all gates. We were in desperate trouble. But not before the call had already gone out for the third wave. And the duplicity that was involved in that, because we could have stopped it, but everyone was so ill and they wanted to see them, and they were confused, and the people coming in didn't know that we were zombies. That we'd become these creatures that were unrecognizable in a way. And so with great power, we have great power to destruct. And so we all have faced that in ourselves, that we have had great power. We have been ill. We are clawing our way back to sanity in every sense. That's why I thank people for their sanity, and I particularly thank our group for sanity. It's been long and hard fought for. I think we've had every dirty trick played on us in the book. We've had coups, we've had all the pathology acting out that you can even imagine. And yet we've held still and steady, and we still honor those people as the original teachers and people who stood and then didn't. And it was an awful lot like First Life for a while in this training. And we could see when the energy would get going, and it would just take off, and it would just ricochet all over the place. So we were scrambling around. We had our hands full on what we could hold. This is why I honored Bren and all the pioneers and so on, and I was saying it's a very specific story, that there was a coup going on. People were supposed to be defending me, and because when I've got my arms out holding all of you, I can't pull them in to go into a defense. Got them open. So I rely on the people behind me not to hurt me or put a knife in that back that's turned to them so I can lead. This little upstart level 6, you notice she's not too little. She comes up. She's a young one. And a little bulldozer she was. And she just comes up and she just says, I don't like what I'm seeing around here. She called herself the cosmic cop after a while, but it took a while. I don't like what I'm seeing around here. She took a seat up there and defended me. And everybody else was just ready to throw me to the dogs. So, I've given and given, even close to giving my life at times. You've heard some of those stories just briefly. And I would see people turn on me and do the most despicable things. And I saw the illness. And in that lecture, in level 6, you learn about the commonality of disease. You learn about that because we know full well about this. We know about despair. We didn't escape. We're just seriously fucking stubborn. I can't even tell you the tenaciousness, what it takes to hold on here. There's so much we can look out now that the exposure healing's coming upon the earth plane. People are saying the world's getting worse. No, the world is getting exposed. And therefore can heal. Much like a wound needs air. And so we will heal now. I'm injured. I'm damaged in my clairaudiency. That's why everyone says for Faye, for battle. They hear from me. Most of your coursework does not include training in clairaudience if you really take note. And there's a reason, because I'm broken there. Oh, I just hear at a planetary space orbiting kind of level. It's a rather strange hearing. It wasn't designed for this particular atmosphere. So, my favorite of all the things we can do, because as Supreme Commanders, as you heard, most people were and are, and that's because I picked only the best. I knew we were in for it. Just didn't know how long this might take. We've been here a long time, as time goes. So I picked the best. And as Supreme Commanders, we were all capable of doing everything. But one of my favorites was the atmosphere. I loved building atmospheres. And I still love the atmosphere. We've got to hang on to it if we're going to breathe. I do know that the time of change for the earth plane is upon us, and it's a rather urgent time. Everything you do here makes a difference. You heard Dana's story about the correction facility. Suddenly the weapons are being turned over. It's this place that's making that difference. You don't really understand the physics of this yet, but it is still so. There's theories about the 100th monkey and what have you. Well, we have at least 200 of those. The work you'll do, that you'll learn, so you can stay strong like these people, is you'll learn how to do battle. I've heard that word enough, you're probably getting curious. You're going to learn how to wield energetics in a manner that is wonderful and ferociously perfect. That's what we do. We're a scrappy lot. Thank God. Because we mean to change things. And we have been changing things. Bit by bit. Little circles, little gatherings, little communities out there. They're all groundwork. It's all coming. I had to wait for this world. You see, when I began teaching this work, it was called the occult. So this is ready, this place. Is it ready for this depth? I don't know. But imagine if the world got taught just level 1. I mean with the vibratory truth of it and the elevation. It would profoundly change this planet. Are they going to be at your depth? Maybe if they ever want to be teachers. I mean, just think about it. You're only at level 6. We got 18. Only 12 more to go. Well, this share is about you, the organization, me. I guess I'm a bit like Carl Jung, God save me from the Jungians, he used to say. I don't know, do I get to say that about the tipsters? I love you guys. I love all of you who seek your spirit. I love the integrity. I love the love that you're finding for yourself. I love what's happening. It's a turning point. The wheel is turning, the ancients used to say. The time is upon you. The past will swirl because the future awaits you. Our training's done an awful lot of turning inward. We're a lot of navel gazers. We like that. And we like each other. And we don't want to have to go out and hang out with people that don't have any auric field manners, you know. But there is a turn coming where you're going out. And you'll be called out. So get your teaching in place. Because you're going to want to be able to touch people like this. The depth, the feeling, the power. Well, we left so many clues. I mean, it was so much fun, you know, unraveling some of these ancient systems. Boy, are they wrong. Some of them are pretty wrong. They've been blasted with pathology. So we are going forth. You're getting so well. You'll see. You'll go back out there and you'll just be amazed at like what you can see, what you can know, and how you can be, and you're filling the holes of you. You're making yourself complete in a way that is so very, very hard to describe and yet so very real and visceral for you. And that's what it's all about. Even the logo, that missing piece is coming home. What we're patching is your soul and the damage that's been done. It's at that level. Make no error of it. It's as deep as it gets. I hope you stay for a very long time and play with us. I hope all of you do. Because I think it's just going to get to be a blast really soon. And I thank you for my witnessing. Thank you. Well, we've had quite a night. I hate to tax you, but I would like to do a quick foray out tonight.